Every morning, millions of people fill up their cars without thinking twice. But somewhere on the other side of the world, a stretch of water just 33 kilometers wide is quietly deciding how much that fuel costs. One narrow strait, billions of dollars, and the entire global economy hanging in the balance. So what is this place, and why does it have so much power? It's called the Strait of Hormuz. And to understand why it matters so much, you first need to understand how oil actually moves around the world. Oil doesn't travel by road or railway across continents. Most of it travels by sea. Massive tanker ships, some longer than 4 football fields, carry millions of barrels of crude oil from producing countries to the rest of the world. These ships need specific routes, deep enough water, safe passage. And the most important route of all runs straight through the Strait of Hormuz. Now here's where it gets interesting. On one side of the strait sits Iran. On the other side sits Oman and the United Arab Emirates. The waterway itself is so narrow that ships can only safely travel in one direction through each lane. Think of it like a 2-lane highway, except this highway carries roughly 20% of all the oil traded in the entire world every single day. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the UAE, and Qatar. All of these massive oil-producing nations can only export their oil through one exit, and that exit is the Strait of Hormuz. This is exactly why the world pays such close attention to this tiny strip of water. When tension rises in the region, oil markets react almost instantly. In 2019, when several oil tankers were attacked near the strait, global oil prices jumped within hours. No oil had actually stopped flowing yet, but the fear that it might was enough. Markets don't wait for disasters to happen. They price in the possibility. This is the real power of the Strait of Hormuz. It's not just about the oil that flows through it today. It's about what happens if that flow is ever interrupted. And that threat is very real. Iran has repeatedly warned over the years that it could close the strait during times of conflict. Even a partial blockage, just slowing down tanker traffic for a few days, would send shockwaves through global markets. Prices at petrol stations from London to Lahore to Los Angeles would rise almost immediately. Some countries have tried to reduce this dependence. Saudi Arabia built a pipeline that bypasses the strait entirely, moving oil overland to the Red Sea. The UAE built another one. But even with these alternatives, they cannot fully replace the volume that moves through Hormuz. The strait remains irreplaceable. There's a term for places like this in geopolitics: chokepoints, and Hormuz is the most important choke point on the planet. It's remarkable when you think about it. A body of water that most people have never heard of quietly shapes the price of everything around us. The cost of shipping goods, the price of electricity, the fuel in your car. All of it is connected to what happens in that narrow corridor between Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. The world is slowly moving toward renewable energy. Solar, wind, and hydropower are all growing fast. But until that shift is complete, the Strait of Hormuz will remain one of the most strategically important and most carefully watched places on Earth. That's it for this video. If you found this interesting, give it a like and subscribe for more videos that explain the world simply. Thanks for watching.